What's up, everyone? This is Tryptophan. Today I'll be playing the Spirit. So initially, I like to I usually like to eco like this. I wall in with the bank and the forge just to save me some money, as you can see right there. I sometimes put the casino in the middle, sometimes don't, depending on how lucky I'm feeling. I'm pretty sure it's more consistent without the casino because it costs 50 minerals. So I just have one market in there. Um, some people like two markets. I think that's a huge mistake because that's 50 minerals and it feeds Zerg if they find it. So I pretty much like to I just like to have one outpost until pretty much until they get their first hatch because I want to lower feeding as much as possible. Here I was like not sure if my eco was in their scan. It was not, so got lucky there. Yeah, so I lied and actually made more outposts early on, which hurts my eco, but well, it gives me map control, so that's a big plus. I like to make lots of outposts. It's pretty much my playstyle on all my characters. Except for DT. Profit. But I don't play them. But yeah, like, I just have one market. And like, the market ticks every 10 seconds. So, well, let's talk about this. So, if I had 300 minerals, I'll just put all 300 in one market. And the third one does not get the first 10-second tick, but that's fine because I'm saving 50 minerals on a second market. So that's pretty good. Another thing is like it'll take up the 50-second mark, 40-second, 30-second, 20-second, and 10-second mark, but not the 0-second mark. So you actually want to withdraw all at like 13 seconds or 12 seconds or whatever, so that in between the 9 and 0-second mark, all your money is up here, up in the top right. And that way you can time it so that right when the market is done at 0 seconds, you have like you're depositing 1,000 or 500 or 100 whatever. So 100 is 5 seconds, 500 1,000 8 seconds. So that will help you be more efficient with your eco. And like it doesn't seem like a lot, but it'll save you minutes in the long run. And that's just one way to play a Spirit better. Bank, I almost never use it. So just market life. And that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the gameplay. When do I get my first vision? When I need gas. That's pretty much what I do. Like, pretty much all money goes into just one cannon outpost. Occasionally, or once they get one armor, I'll start making them with two, unless I'm like super far ahead, in which case I'll just get 3 damage. And yeah, every time they get a life upgrade or an armor upgrade, you need 3 damage to match it, and that can get expensive super quick. It's a lot cheaper to just make 2 towers, but it kind of depends on how you're doing in that game. Yeah, I'm getting my second vision in 1 life, just to help me out. And this game I kind of got lucky. I'll show you why. Like the Spirit has been making, or there's a ghost making flashlights, helping me out. I guess it wasn't that much, but it says, even though it looks like it wouldn't make that big of a deal, it helps a ton. So like, if you're a class that can make SCVs and you can help a Spirit make it flashlights, that helps so much and it's so cheap. And you could do the same with an Ascendant. Instead of them cloud ecoing on a rock, you could just have 2 SCVs repair a pylon and then they go in the middle of nowhere. And there's so many classes of SCVs that could do that. And if people just synergize better, like, the game would be impossible for Zerg. Even just these small things. So yeah, like I have just so much money. Oh yeah. So here I'm putting cannons on the low ground. Cannons do have sight of the high ground in this patch. That's a big thing. That's why I'm making a lot of low ground turrets. Must be annoying. And yeah, Right here I have my extra markets with shield batteries to buy me time. I don't think Zerg will face check it or have a ton of lanes. But yeah, that low ground is so helpful. Like right here, I just set those turrets. Okay, if you notice like a pattern, like I always do this format, and that's because if there is something attacking a lane, it will ignore non-attacking buildings. So if lanes attack this, they will attack this one, but ignoring these, and then attack this one in a 2-file line, and then attack this one. And I will just kill so many lanes in the meantime. Like that format allows me to kill, or that positioning allows me to kill lanes. There's also other stuff you can do. I think if you look in the Spirit Guide in the Discord, I think Hex posted a lot of things, but that might have been updated. Um, but yeah, like I'm just making outposts everywhere, buying time so that I can make a base and getting a lot of gas so that I can get to the base. Whenever I notice Haka near my eco, I kind of pay a lot more attention to my eco. Like I'm constantly watching it. I'm queuing up the withdraw all and then canceling it midway, just so that if he comes, I'm like already halfway done withdrawing. That's another pro. Like, let's talk about that too. So in the withdraw all, that's 5 seconds, whereas 1,500 to 100 or 3 seconds. So early game you want to be doing 1,000 always because that's 3 seconds, and you wanted to be doing withdraw all late game once you have more. But like, cause I have 2,000 and I should probably be doing 1,000 twice, which is only 6 seconds. But at least I'll get the first 1,000 out. They're talking about the lottery because last game I won 2 lotteries. So yeah, that's the thing. This game I've been a loser. He keeps telling me that. I'm gonna base in the top right, but in the meantime, I'm creating all these other outposts to kill. Like I'm creating outposts on all the lane, or on all the alternate paths that lanes can take to get there, and then that way they won't ever see my base because lanes will never get there. So it buys me a lot of time. And every time you get an upgrade on the forge, it increases the cost of all your cannons. So it can be better to just get all the cannons while they're cheap and then get the upgrades. And yeah. If you're going to get one upgrade, get life first, just so that if they come, it takes them longer to kill the initial buildings while you get upgrades. And on top of that, life is just an amazing upgrade. If I had to rank them, oh, here's my current upgrades. Maybe I should have had that up the whole time, but whatever. Pretty much I just had 2 or 3 vision and a couple life before this, and I haven't gotten any of the other upgrades before now. So the most important upgrades are life and range in a base. Like, especially once you have a critical mass, range is very important, way more than damage. Then after that, damage and attack speed are the second most important. And then the third most important are shield battery and sight range. So the main purpose of shield batteries is just to abuse pathing. I don't really do it in this game, but like, for example, I could have like a line of shield batteries just right here, and they left the game, and they're going to leave. So yeah, you can just abuse shield battery pathing. Way too many people focus on sight, and that's not important, especially because your teammates can just get it for you. I kind of just have it because I have a lot of money right now. I usually go for full upgrades minus sight and shield battery once I have 30k. I'll just get a few in sight. And sometimes if I want to just have like a base early on, but halt upgrades, once I get like 15k or so, I'll spend 6k on upgrades, which would be, I believe it's 3 range, 3 attack speed, 6 damage, 6 life, like 3 sight, and 0 shield battery upgrades. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 6 range that I normally do. But like, that's a really cheap way to have a really strong base early on. And yeah, it's pretty good. And then you just keep massing towers, and then you'll probably just eco until you have like 30k, and then from there you get max upgrades, and that's when you should have like the permanent tower building with infinite eco, and then you can start feeding others, and it feels amazing. But yeah, GG's. This is like a pretty standard spirit game. I wonder if there's anything else I didn't mention. I talked about upgrades. I talked about this. Did I mention? I mean, this was the thing I was doing. The buy lottery ticket only cost one investment gas, so that's pretty good, especially because I overmake outposts. So I'm pretty much always good on invest being. So minus the 50 cost for the building is pretty much free. In the very beginning of the game, it gives you like 700 minerals, and as time goes on, it'll give you like 20k, which is always great. I don't ever do double or nothing. Sometimes if I'm floating like hundreds of gas, and I have like, I'm gonna put like 10k in the market, I will get the crystal ball, and then I'll get the 35 luck upgrade or the 15, whichever one, based on how much gas I have. Uh, People ask what the ancient relic is. It's really OP. Is it at this building? Don't ever buy a drink. It just kills you sometimes. Doesn't really help. The ancient relic isn't actually OP. It does nothing. It's just a troll. Or maybe it has some hidden thing that we don't know about. I think that's it though. Oh, for fast making bases. Let's see if we can go back. So, can we see? Well, normally there will be a power field around the pylon, but we can't see it. And like, so say the power field is like this. You want to go one below it to make your next pylon. And that way, like, it's just a really easy way to make a ton of pylons and have like an even number of spaces in between so that there's no holes, and it makes it really nice. You can also just rapid fire. So just like B, press D, and then my keybind for rapid fire is C. So I would just hold down Shift C, and then like just go like this. So that can be really nice too. But sometimes it creates holes, which can be good, which can be really good actually if you're with a prophet, because they can put explosive wards there. And let's see, anything else I want to mention? This kind of made a long video. Shield batteries. No. Oh, in a base, try to have your cannons on the high ground, or like this inside low ground is fine too. But like it helps your teammates just move around if they have access to this. And it's really hard for Zerg to attack like choke points like this, especially when you have like reinforcements in the low ground. Um, the easiest bases to kill are like ones where it's all low ground, like here, here, here. Or actually, this one is actually really good because you can have like your cans here and then protected by the high ground. That's super annoying. This is a really good base location. Let me think of a better example of a bad idea. This is a good base too, because you have the cans in the middle here, protected by the outside. Like that. This protects this. This protects that. It's good. This is a good base too. But like just having your cans out in the low ground without any high ground cannons is a really bad idea. And I think that's it. Hopefully. Let me think. Yeah, just make cannons. GG. Oh, when you make a base, ideally you want the hunter to be on the opposite side of the map. And ideally you have a ton of outposts covering all the alternate paths, all the alternate ways to get to this base, so that it takes them forever to find that you're even making the space, and by the time you made the base you have like 100 cannons up and it's already GG. And then you start getting upgrades like when they get close by, like you notice them over here, and you start getting a ton of upgrades with a ton of forges. I think I have like 4 or 5 forges. 4 forges. Could be better. And then I always have my bank and markets in a safe space. Okay, that's it. GG. See you guys in the next video.